Have been for like the last 3 or 4 minutes.
It's just the same now.
Just go. Why are you speaking?
Are you rolling, Tom?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Yeah, that's what I had in my head.
Just go. I can't go wherever.
Isn't that comedian there?
Yeah, something like that. You're right there, aren't you?
Good.
Yeah, no, it's rolling.
Hello everyone, welcome to episode 33 of the 8BritGameChat. I'm your host Tom Powter and we are 8Brit Gaming. That's Matt Stevens, Tom Roach and Javid Rahman. Guys, make sure to subscribe and like the video for more and visit the rest of our videos on our channel. There is actually content on there, so make sure to watch it. Guys, we've just been to EGX. That happened like 3-4 days ago, time of recording, I can't remember now.
Sometime.
It's all a blur.
4 days ago?
But,
too many days ago.
Yeah, it was too many days ago.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about what our highlights of the show were, because we got to play a few games, but first I think we all kind of want to talk about PlayStation VR. If you've watched the previous video, I think it was the previous game chat, because it was EGX like hype, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was.
So you'll know that we were excited for VR. So what I want to get from you guys first is, did it meet your expectations? Roach.
Exactly. It met them exactly what I thought because I didn't get to play it.
Yeah.
But we knew that before.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah, just say, let me fill you in on a private joke. He didn't play it.
yeah, I didn't play it.
You don't need to fill them in, they'll have watched the previous game chat, they'll know all about the fact that he's not playing it.
So take it away, guys.
Yeah, can't
It looked cool though. The headset.
Yeah,
The way on the day, I got to go in first and play it. Then you two quickly followed afterwards.
Beautiful, great. Please stand with my gentleman is Nati, got a question. Hi Nati. Okay, Nati, what's your question?
I was blown away by it. This is my first. It was my first experience of PlayStation or a virtual reality system. So it was just. I mean, there are no words to describe how it felt when you first get those.
Right, so the highlight of EGX.
There are no words, we can't describe it.
Well, if you're going, I'd go close with 3 and it'd be holy fucking shit.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with those that technical language used there to describe the.
Yeah, you'll go on, if you go on IGN.com, you'll see that in all their 10 out of 10.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah, exactly, that's just what they say.
I mean, I have very minor reservations about it, but I am completely sold as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, same. They've got money for it.
Yeah,
exactly.
But yeah, I too have some slight niggles. Not really, actually. The resolution on eValkyrie wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be. That's literally it. That's literally it.
That's the thing. Yeah, that is pretty much.
But then you said your one looked amazing.
Yeah, I played the kitchen one, which was horrifying. And yeah, mine looked good.
Horrifying in a good way, he means. In case you don't know, Kitchen is the actual horror VR demo. So, Matt, keep going.
Yeah, just keep talking.
Extol the values of PSVR.
Yeah, so as you said, the resolution was a little bit iffy on.
It wasn't bad. Like, trust me, if you played Oculus like I had 2 years ago, you'd be like, fuck it.
Yeah, the version you played was like the heap of shit thing that's come out of shed.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
It reminded me of a last-gen console on slightly out of resolution TV.
Yeah.
So it's still better than a Wii then.
So it's still better than the Wii, yeah.
Probably
it was
better than
still
the Wii
good.
as well.
It was still good. It just wasn't crisp and completely clear.
Yeah.
But I think that was because of the game, not anything else. But
yeah, it's alright. Although I mean, there's footage on YouTube of eValkyrie. It looks fucking amazing.
On the TV, it looked amazing as well.
Yeah. So
that's the thing.
It could just be obviously you don't know how old that game actually is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like obviously the headset's where it's at. That game could have been developed ages and ages ago.
There's something else to remember as well. It's not just the technology of the headset. This thing has to run on a PlayStation as well.
So the PlayStation is a limiting factor. That is the PlayStation.
Exactly.
That's true.
And that game was like running at 100 frames per second, 120 whatever fucking PSVR does.
PSVR is 120.
Yeah, so that would probably be why they toned the resolution down.
Possibly.
It might explode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest, I'm fine with because the game ran amazingly well. Like it ran so well.
It was still mine. It's just.
Well, that's the sacrifice you've got, isn't it? You could have high frame rate, and maybe your graphics might have to take it off, or you can turn the frame rate down, and A, everyone pukes, but B, it's then it's all judged.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. The high frame rate is a necessity, otherwise people get ill.
Yeah.
I would rather have the version we played because it ran so well.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
There was no stuttering, nothing. Everything just went, and like you were flying, and it was like, this is fun. And that allowed me to get over the graphics. And honestly, in fact, you can look around and allow me to get over the graphics.
The thing is, once they've got a handle on it, the games they're developing for launch may well be better because they've got experience of working with it now.
Yeah, or at the very least, the games a year down the line will be.
Exactly. Once this thing's bedded in, it'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I think.
So, Jared, what do you think?
I pretty much just have to echo Matt's sentiments. It was just absolutely amazing. I don't have the niggles, the resolution niggles you had, just because the game I was playing didn't happen to have them. But then there was less going on in mine, so.
Yeah, yours wasn't very like I said, the demo, because I played the same demo as Matt.
Yours was a game, mine was more a film.
Ours was literally polar opposites. Like mine and Matt's was to show off like. Almost kind of the immersiveness, the scale and the depth. Well, no, yours was the immersive. Yours wasn't very interactive. Yours was literally like, this is... Ours was, this is what we can make you see. Yours was, this is how we can make you feel.
Yeah, exactly. Because in mine, basically what you do is you're sitting in a room and things are going on around you in said room, but you're just tied to this chair. Then you just watch it go on and basically it just puts you in there.
Whereas in Eve Valkyrie, you start off jetting down this fucking runway, basically, and it's like, this is incredible.
Yeah.
And you blast out into space and it's like, oh God!
You were exactly like that.
Turned into a chicken.
Yeah, I was sitting there literally going, this is unbelievable. This is literally unbelievable. Over and over. Everyone could probably hear me. I was like, give a fuck, because it was fucking incredible.
Did your jaw drop when you saw it? Did you look at it? It was so...
Yeah, I couldn't stop myself smiling. That's what was
neither could I,
sign.
Except there was a period bits when mine would make me jump because it would do something. But which was good because it does, horror films and games don't tend to do that. So the fact that I was then in it did it worked really well.
God, I'd hated it if I had to.
Oh yeah, you would have done.
I've been like...
Eve Valkyrie was the one I wanted to play, to be fair.
Yeah, likewise.
The thing is, it's just so amazing and it's so hard to talk about unless you've actually used it. But there's such a sense of depth that 3D hasn't achieved, not compared to VR.
Not even close,
is so... It's,
well, it puts you in it rather than just...
It's so cliche, but you are there.
3D's never done... There. No, the attempt's obviously there, but all it actually does is raise it off the screen a little bit. It doesn't really work.
I mean, I think, like, to try and describe how it actually feels, when, especially in Eve anyway, you're sitting there and you can look around and you're like, I actually feel like I'm flying, and you actually feel like you're going with the ship, even though you're sitting there. But because you're looking around and all your senses is all about what you can see and hear, you feel like you're going, but even though you know you're
Definitely. I've got quite a good analogy actually, because you know how you're just sitting there with a controller, but I felt like I was on one of those Millennium Falcon things that are like literally you're moving around.
The simulators.
I was like, holy crap, this is. I literally do feel like, because I'm like following these ships around.
Yeah.
And I don't think I hope it wasn't actually going like that. I don't think I was because I got video footage of it. So I can prove I wasn't going like that. But it felt like I was like this, actually moving around with it. I'm like, Jesus.
Whereas
Christ.
again, mine was, I felt like I was rooted where I was.
Yeah.
Did you get...
Which I guess was the point.
Did you get a choice of what game you were playing?
I did. Because I went up there and there was two people finishing and no one else was waiting, and it was like, do you want to play...
I went up with someone else.
Do you want to play Eve or do you want to play, what was it, Battlezone?
Battlezone. Both of them, Battlezone's meant to be really good as well.
Yeah, well that's
and I made sure I played Eve, I literally stood on that side.
I basically just said, Eve, because that's the one I heard of, that's the one I know was the game, but I do now want to play Battlezone because I want to see what that difference is.
Thinking about it, that's possibly my only little gripe with the way
you had on your...
Battlezone. It was supposed to be London Heist, but that broke.
Right. Yeah, London Heist is apparently incredible.
That's positive. In fact, thinking about it, it's probably my only little gripe. There wasn't a lot of choice. HTC had all of them turned up. But HTC had the Vive there, and there was 6, and you could try them all.
Yeah, I thought that was good. Yeah.
And I kind of wish
anywhere near enough time. But...
No, we only got 5 minutes. So I kind of wish we got more time and the ability to choose more.
It is incredibly cool how exclusive that whole thing was, though.
It was very cool.
I would have thought
That's
how
awesome.
specific they were with the times. They would have been
Yeah, exactly,
giving you
yeah.
a lot more time.
Well, I mean, that whole time thing. I went up to the woman and I was like, "Can I go now?" Because I'm with him, and she was like, "Yeah, all right."
I think literally all it actually
Yeah.
was a thinly veiled way of controlling the number of people more than
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
That's all
Oh
it
god,
was.
yeah, that would have been.
If they-
Yeah, and it would have been fine because there wasn't too many people when
Yeah,
you
yeah, exactly,
first were
yeah.
there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If they're gonna sell this though, because just on your words alone, I'll buy it when it comes out, depending on the price. But there's not a lot of opportunity for people to get their hands.
No, I
on it.
definitely
they need
agree.
to
That's a
increase
big
that.
problem
That's the big
as well,
problem.
yeah.
I think what they
They-
might do is that they might try. I know in America they'll probably do it because they seem to have a good relationship in America. They'll get it into some of the bigger. Not the bigger gaming
yeah.
stores in the big cities. Like they'll be hands-on in New York and places like that.
I think they'll do it.
So
here
I'd
as
like
well,
to
be
think
fair.
certainly at least London will get some.
The thing is, they
hands-on.
need to because they want people to spend
£200
£250 £200 on it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I know if I didn't get to try it at the weekend,
I'd be apprehensive about
I
spending that kind
wouldn't
of money.
have necessarily got it straight away. I'd have been like, right, I need to try this before I actually, invest the money.
Try before
Now that I've tried it, even though it's not out yet, and even though they're still probably working on it and doing
Yeah.
things with it, I know I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm
Exactly.
not going to get it.
Yeah.
The thing is, because even though PlayStation is a strong brand, say, just God forbid, it is £300,
Mhm.
which probably won't be, but it's not strong enough to go, we want you to buy this for £300, trust us, it's good.
If
No,
it's
yeah, you
300
are. Yeah.
quid, it will struggle.
But it's worth it.
It is worth it.
I think.
The
Well,
thing is,
no. Yes and no. If
Well, yeah.
what they need to do is they need to come out and go like, we've got a strong lineup of launch games,
It
and
doesn't need games yet.
we've got all these in the pipework, and they're actually coming. Not
Yeah.
all these teams are working on things.
Yes. I was saying to Javid actually at work, I had a very because PSVR will probably come out before E3, right?
Almost certainly.
Yeah, and I had a very cool idea of how they would do their E3 this year. Sony. So it starts with the black stage, black, everything's dark. Shuhei Yoshida walks out on stage with the PSVR on. It's already out at this point, so everyone's like, okay, no big deal, no big deal. He sits down, No Man's Sky comes on.
Yeah.
It
I
could
could definitely see that happen.
Yeah.
And the crowd goes,
could be that.
Speaking.
I'm not convinced they won't do that. It'll be GT actually. But.
Speaking of Shuei, I just did a little Google search on here of PSVR, and the first article that pops up is Shuei wants Gran Turismo 7 to support
Yeah,
the
that's
PlayStation
part
VR.
of the interview we gave.
if they
on
do
Saturday.
start doing stuff like that, then VR, in my opinion, as long as it's
Yeah.
priced correctly, will have no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get your big
That's
hitting
the-
games on it, you're fine.
You just want the games to support it.
Yeah,
Because as long as it supports it, then you can play games without it and with it. It doesn't matter if you don't have it; you can still play the game.
Yeah.
If you
yeah,
have
yeah,
it,
yeah, exactly.
it's just going to make your experience so much better.
Exactly, and that's the major benefit it has
Yeah.
over Kinect.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
that
Kinect didn't
Kinect
improve.
got in the way.
It didn't improve
Whereas,
your
whereas VR doesn't.
Yeah.
VR literally does improve it, which you can't say about a lot of these kind of technologies.
Well, often they're nice ideas that are just kind of
Complete novelties.
Yeah, pretty
Whereas
much.
this is a bold statement. But I read something. It might have been the Shuhei Yoshida interview with EGX. He was saying, developing for VR is just as exciting as when we
Yeah,
were
that
first
was-
using
that-
when we
when
were
he-
first using 3D graphics
for
on
PlayStation 20
1.
years ago. Yeah, that was. I
That
reckon.
is what we've been saying. That VR is the next step.
Yeah, it is,
that
yeah.
we've been waiting for this next step. Motion controls were not it. Virtual reality is.
The thing is,
That's the next big
the thing
one.
with motion controls is every single, Nintendo obviously really hit it with the Wii, but Microsoft tried it again, but just with hands on the Kinect, and PlayStation tried it with the Move, and they've all subsequently kind of gone, no, they've all recognised
Yeah,
it's a dead
it's-
end.
And the major
let's face
reason
it.
is because it sacrifices something else.
Yeah.
You can't. The Wiimote, people prefer a traditional controller.
Yeah.
Whereas you get a traditional controller and you get to be in the fucking game.
Yeah.
What's not to like?
Yeah, well,
That's the thing. The motion controls is just a way of controlling the game. It's got nothing to do with the actual game itself. It's got nothing to do with how the game is improving visually or graphically
No,
or
it's-
immersively.
Yeah.
It's just
Changing the way you
changing
play
the
it.
way you actually do something. Where this is taking you and putting you in that world. We've seen a 2D screen.
Yeah.
We've seen now the world looking in 3D, and now we're going into that world.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the big next step.
The exciting thing is as well, having been hands-on with PSVR now, this tech is here, it's ready.
Yeah.
That's the exciting thing. They have cracked VR,
And
and now all they're going to do is
yeah.
improve on it.
I said this throughout the weekend. I was like, it does not feel like it should be here. it feels like it should be 3, 4, 5 years old.
Yeah, it is very,
Yeah.
very
It's,
science fiction.
It's like it's ridiculous that it's actually there and you can play it and you can experience it.
It's just
something that's feels like it should be from the future.
Yeah, you're right. I've got a question I want to put to both of you.
Yes.
Did it work absolutely perfectly?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I had
this,
no problems.
This is one problem Kinect had. They had this technology and it didn't bloody work.
Yeah.
Particularly the first one. You know, the voice commands didn't work, the hand controls were god awful. This is like, so obviously that was kind of half baked. And we were trying a bloody test version of the damn thing and it worked.
Yeah, exactly.
And absolutely seamlessly.
I mean,
nothing wrong with it whatsoever.
I think that headset we used will effectively be the one.
I think it will be.
later
The
on.
software might be different, but the
but I
hardware
mean,
will be the same.
the actual headset as well, it's so simple. Like it's just.
Well, there's two controls. There's the wheel at the back to make the actual headset bigger, and then the one to move the screen.
And there's
That's
the little
it.
button that locks it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's literally it.
It's so simple, and it's really comfortable.
And it's smooth. Oh my
Very
God.
it looks gorgeous.
Within about 20 seconds, I forgot I had it on.
Yeah, same. Very comfortable. Nice padding as well. Not a problem for glasses wearers. Literally, I didn't even feel it.
Yeah, like, that's the kind of thing I could have on for hours and not be like, you know, with the PlayStation, funny
So
little
you
ear.
forget what the time is.
It's definitely dodgy. Yeah, it's definitely dodgy. Because if I get a game like Ark, I'm not going to leave.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
you'll get 8 o'clock
You
in the
have to
morning.
actually set an alarm
Yeah.
clock
I've
because
got
you won't
to go
realise.
and eat now.
Yeah.
Thinking about the series. Exactly. Have a little think about why we asked the first question. Now, so what's your name? This is Peter, Charles. Okay? Peter. I'm just going to hand you the microphone. You can just ask the question. How many concepts did each? First of all, we draw them in black and white, really roughly. Then we produce a colour. And ultimately, sometimes when it comes 3 or 4 iterations, it's a good way ahead. The first thing I do is I get out my Bible and the characters. Because what I love about this is after title, characters, you know what you're going to get from the way that they're designed. Try and do the same thing.
No, it's going to be absolutely great. It's going to be great.
God, that's something I didn't even think about actually.
Or just getting lost in the
you
world.
could literally get.
You could take it off and you'd be
lost.
like, fuck.
Fuck, I need to go to work 4 hours ago.
Oh, Jesus Christ, just thought of something really cool that Sony definitely need to do for everyone that's got Morpheus or PSVR. Obviously, for their E3, that you need to be able to watch it through that and feel like you're fucking in there. They could totally do that. That would be so
That's
cheap.
a very good idea.
And effectively have you in the audience at E3 watching it. It'd be so good.
I tell you what, they could probably do it as well, because what they would do is they'd have like the app on the PlayStation for itself, like live at E3. Everyone else can watch it normally. If you plug VR in or whatever, because it's probably going to be, I don't know, USB in the front or something.
I reckon it might be
Please look around, yeah.
No, it's definitely wired, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And then that'd be very cool.
Or
That's
another thing they could do. You know, you were saying obviously.
stage.
You know, obviously you're saying Shuhei Yoshida might come on wearing one and be playing whatever. What they need to do is, because they had this problem before, which is why they didn't show it last year, they couldn't show you what it was like playing that.
Yeah.
If they link up, everyone that's already got PSVR watching,
Yeah.
then they can see from what Shuhei can. So then you can actually experience.
To be fair, you've already bought one at that point, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know you have, but then you get to experience what this fun game's like.
Oh, I see. Right. So you're saying if he's playing No Man's Sky,
You can
everyone else
see.
sees that.
Well, and also what
That's
you do.
some crazy tech. It's
And-
not getting to that point.
Yeah, but Microsoft managed to do it with bloody HoloLens.
Didn't they literally just stick a HoloLens on the
Yeah, but
Yeah, they
if
did.
if
That's
Sony try
exactly
hard
what they
enough,
did,
they'll
yeah.
work out a way.
I really
they
don't
could,
think
because they had
that's
that,
beyond that.
they had that
No, they
second
could do
projection
that, they
screen.
definitely could do
There was the other, you know, when we were testing it, there was a second one. The guy could see what we were seeing, so it's not
Yeah,
beyond it.
true.
Or
That'd be very cool.
You could
actually.
give all the audience one, so they can see it. More importantly,
Well, that should definitely happen. That should happen.
because that's part of the like. Then they will see what's going on rather than them just watching a man having the time of his
Although
life.
what they tend to do in those situations is afterwards, when it like in the
Yeah,
movies,
yeah.
they let you play what you
But yeah, it'd be so cool if you could see sitting at home in Britain.
That's
here,
quite a good idea, actually.
Being
Yeah.
able to watch
That would be
watch in America a Japanese guy doing something really
Sony,
awesome.
you can use that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good idea. I like that.
Just
So-
you know, tell people to come watch
Yeah.
this. as well.
Pay us royalties. No royalties. We want them.
No, just promotion. That's
No,
fine.
pay us.
Free PSVR.
It's like, no,
PSVR,
give me
yeah.
that.
Or
Yeah, I'll take that.
fly us out to LA at E3.
Yeah, we'll come cover for you.
We'll come help your E3 pitch.
Yeah.
I do want one so much though. I mean, when do you think we'll find out pricing and date?
I
It's
think
got to be this year.
PSX is what, December?
Yeah, I think it could be then.
I think we'll get price and date then.
Still so
Or-
far away.
Or just one. GDC is obviously like January. We might get something at GDC 2016.
Has the release date been confirmed?
No, all they said was it's going to be early 2016. I think it'll be March.
It's January to June.
I think it's March.
Yeah.
They're not going to go. They're not going to go too late. I think it'll be March.
And I think they could go June actually.
Yeah.
I really can see them. Not. They won't release it if they know there's problems.
Well, obviously, but I reckon.
If they know there's problems.
The problem is, Vive is targeting basically the end of this year,
Yeah,
and Oculus is the same. They don't want to be too far behind.
Samsung Gear is pretty much already out.
Yeah, but that's just like a heap of shit version of Oculus Rift.
Yeah,
But then just
True.
giving it an extra
So Google
6
Cardboard.
months.
Yeah.
Giving an extra 6 months allows them to see how the market reacts.
Yeah,
True.
So that
True.
should be beneficial.
This thing has been in development since 2010, though.
But I think I can see June release, but I would like a March.
I really
release.
want it to come out as soon as possible, to be honest. I'd happily snapped up one
Yeah.
as soon as I can.
I'll be putting down a pre-order. I
think I will.
am a guy that now doesn't like pre-orders, but I will put down a pre-order on that.
Also, because I reckon you'll. I actually.
You'll be
reckon
waiting.
You'll be hard to get one if you don't pre-order it.
Yeah, it'll be like the PS4
Yeah.
because they'll make far fewer of them.
As long as it's not like Amiibo.
It might be.
It might be initially,
That'd be shit.
but they're not going to do what Nintendo did and say initially we're not going to remake them. Sony will be making them. They'll just have supply issues.
The thing is, like, VR is the kind of tech that will convince someone, in my opinion, the moment they put it on.
I tell you what they need to avoid.
Because you'll be like, "Wow, this is fucking amazing."
What they need to avoid is massive differences in regions. Release dates. Yeah. Obviously,
I don't think they will.
America to Europe for PS4 was 2 weeks. They could get away with that for PS4.
I think it'll be the same month.
I think it'll. The advantage we've got is obviously Japan, PS4 ain't big, so ain't getting it first.
And it's an accessory, so they haven't really got too much localization to do.
Well, no, it's then just all the games for it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, true, I suppose, yeah. They need to need to start revealing some fucking games.
They might do that at PSX as well.
Yeah.
They might go,
Yeah.
here it is, price, date, these are the games coming with it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'd definitely like to see that. But that's enough dilly-dallying about PSVR.
It's not dilly dallying.
No, it's not. So PSVR was the highlight of EGX, but now we actually played other stuff there, in case if you forgot.
Did we?
But yeah. So we just talk about the games we also played. I think probably the biggest game we played was The Division. Because we were hoping to get our hands on Battlefront, didn't happen, unfortunately. Go check out the vlogs on the Deluxe Edition, Random 92, and Tom 234 to find out more. Now,
Link down below.
The Division. What do we think?
Well, can I start?
This game has been in development hell since 2012 or some shit like that?
Yeah. So
I was
Since
really-
time began.
I was really let down by it.
Of course you were.
I think that when you look at it, and just when we were waiting in the queue, you could see why there's been delays because between matches you were waiting 5 minutes for the game to load.
I think that was just because they were running it off a disc and that was just the way the software was working.
No, I can see that being a software issue.
Nah, that was literally, I reckon, just for their tech demo.
I'll be honest, I was looking at it thinking everyone else has got this running much smoother, and they were the ones who couldn't manage to do that really smoothly, straight going from game to game. They had a 5 minute wait in between. That's a bit rough. It did seem a bit buggy because also when they started,
everyone loaded on top of each other.
everyone loaded on top of each other, and then they came out and did the character selection screen. Then they loaded back in.
Yeah.
It was very buggy. It was.
So worrying. This game's meant to be. This game's been in development for so long. I reckon at some point they stopped and started the whole thing again, and they're still
Possibly.
struggling.
Well, I reckon this initially was a PS3, Xbox 360 idea.
Yeah.
They tried it out and they're like, we can't do this.
Yeah.
I think the graphics looked quite poor on the person. Like,
No, the
I
graphics
thought
were
the graphics
amazing.
were really good.
God, the
actually.
textures on his clothing were bad on the players,
I
in
thought
my
they were
opinion.
right, actually.
But I thought the
That was one of the highlights of the
environment,
game.
the environment was amazing. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I didn't like the shooting in it. I just didn't feel.
I did quite like
I
it.
thought-
I'm a big fan of third-person shooters, though.
I felt like I was pretty crap shooting it. I mean, that's
probably
me.
why.
Which character were you? Were you the guy with
I had the turret. I had the guy who I would have wanted to play with.
the shotgun and the heavy machine gun?
Yeah.
Yeah, the machine. I was the same guy. It was difficult. It was
was-
difficult
yeah.
to use.
I was the medic with the assault rifle, which was alright.
That's the one I wanted to be.
I think I was the medic.
I think
I
you
just
were,
know
yeah.
I had a hat on.
Yeah.
That's all.
Everyone had hats on, didn't they? But I don't know. I thought it was good actually. I really liked the fact that there wasn't. Well, there kind of was a HUD, but I also liked how everything popped up in the actual game world itself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you saw health and Like you pick up a bit of loot and it was like the name was floating there.
Yeah.
Very trivial stuff. I thought it was a very cool aesthetic. Actually, I thought it looked awesome.
I thought
Now we didn't get to see like the bringing up the frozen
Map and
images
things.
and the
Yeah,
map and
no.
all that sort of thing. Yeah, like, that'd be cool.
So that's the thing. My biggest reservation with it is the fact that I feel like they have tried to do too much.
Yeah.
I feel like they've got this massive idea, this massive scope, and it's just not quite working for them. There's a bit too much confusion in what was going on. It just didn't feel like it was interconnected enough.
Well, I mean, confusion definitely. Like I shot someone who I thought was on the other team because he had different names to me. I got penned as a rogue agent, which I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't,
that is
I didn't understand
that was a stupid
No,
mechanic.
no,
And
no,
we were
no.
getting instructions, and I didn't think from the
Of the
Yeah,
guy,
they
yes.
don't-
they were not clear.
Yeah, they weren't very.
That made it worse.
My problem with that mechanic, right, is in case you haven't seen it, it's kind of a bit like the E3 thing. What you do is you do single player. Each team, there's 3 teams of 3. You each do your single player bit. Then you go into this middle square bit, and you've each picked up a thing in your single player bit. You've got to get your thing evacuated, but only one team can get theirs
I'm
evacuated.
not gonna lie. I thought that was cool. It's a cool.
Yeah,
game
that
type.
that was
It's
cool.
quite unique.
My problem
It was
with it
different,
was, if I'm the team that wants to get mine away, I have to kill the other 2 teams. But I'm not allowed to do that because they're not bad guys yet, because they haven't tried to kill
Yeah,
me.
see, I didn't get that because the guy on the fucking headset said there's enemy teams going to be trying to do it the same as you, and I was like, okay, so I have to kill.
It's a free for all. Kill them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
But
was
also-
on the same team as Matt, and we were team base, and there was another thing called Cake,
That was
and
us.
I was like, Cake, he has to die. I'm not called Cake. And I shot this guy until he died, and I was like rogue agent. I was like,
And he was saying like, oh, you have to go kill this one person. I was like, fine, we're going to go kill that one person. And then later on, it's like, we have to go kill this other person. I'm like, but why? I don't know. I don't.
somehow,
I don't know.
eventually, the entire Goon squad had the fucking
They became
extraction
rogue.
thing. No,
Oh,
they
yeah.
all had the thing they needed to get out of the area with, and I just didn't understand it. Because we kept killing everyone. He was like, that's the guy, no, that's the guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And everyone
It
was
was
there, and
just
it
a
was like,
mess.
no, it's not.
Yeah,
Actually,
it-
missing
it-
someone.
yeah,
I
that's the
was
thing.
like, great.
It needed.
It didn't feel like anything was being achieved.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly.
It's just a firefight.
It was really. The idea of the game mode was really cool, but there was too many mechanics.
Yeah.
The actual
Well,
mechanics of the game, you know, like physically how the game played, they were nice and tight.
Yeah.
I thought the game played really well, actually.
Yeah.
The actual gameplay.
But the mode was
I
only
love the rolling and the diving and like,
Yeah.
and everything just looks cool.
The mode was overly confusing, and actually, they still haven't addressed my problem with it, which
What
is
the
when
fuck
they,
is it?
well, no, when, yeah, exactly.
What is that?
When they sold it to us at E3 2013, it was this big open world persistent thing, and now the only things we ever see are the multiplayer.
It is
bits,
not
that's-
that. It is not that anymore.
No,
it's
I know,
all
but-
single player until you move into
But that's
the dark
not
zone.
what I want from it.
Yeah, tough
unfortunately.
shit.
I
Tough
know,
shit.
I know, it's not what I'm getting anymore. But like,
To be honest, actually, my highlight of the game was the fact that going into multiplayer was literally jumping over a wall.
that
I
was
thought that
seamless.
was really
No
cool.
loading or anything.
Yeah, I thought you'd be like, I thought to get into the PvP zone, it'd be like, oh, now there's a loading screen.
Yeah.
But no, it doesn't take you out of it at all, which is very cool. Actually, I like that a lot.
Well, that does
to
mean
me that just seemed whatever.
But it means when you're playing in the game,
I
you
thought
will
it
just
was cool.
seamlessly come across some kind of showdown area. And
Yeah, well, I mean, to me, it was like, well, it already is a PvP zone, but it's
You've
just
just not-
blocked off, and
you've
you
just not met
literally
them,
can't get into it. So you're just not going to meet them yet. You're just going to go over, and then suddenly, oh, look, all the teams are there in the middle. Like to me, when thinking about how the game
What
might
do you
be
mean?
made,
Because there's always going to be people trying to extract stuff in that zone. When the
Yeah.
final game's out, you're always going to be trying to get in there, and someone's
Yeah.
going to be getting stuff out.
but like to me, as in how the game's made and how it's all put together, it just didn't seem that amazing that you just jump over the wall and you're there. It's, I don't know like the fact there was no loading screens. It always felt like, well, you're always gonna. It's all multiplayer, so it's all gonna still be there. But you're just in that separate zone, separate from them. But they're still there, but you're just separate.
Yeah,
Like, that's how it
it's-
came across to
The
me.
thing is, I get what they're trying to do. Like, you're going to be going around with your squad in the single player areas,
and then you're just going to come
and then you're like,
across.
shit, we have to extract this thing.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, we have to go there, and there's other people who have thought the same thing. You have to do what you have to do.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
quite like.
I get their point. I just don't think it's that well executed.
Yeah, I guess. The game is still. I'm still probably going to get it at this point in time. I'll probably pick it up.
It didn't look at me and go, no, I can't get it. I just need to know more. I need to
Well,
play.
I've been saying that for years.
I need to play the beta off that when it
Yeah,
eventually comes
I'll
out.
definitely be getting it.
But I went into it not excited. I've come out of it less excited.
Yeah, so the demo has not sold me at all. I might still get it, but they need to really sort it out.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I'm a little
I'll have to see.
bit. I'm a little bit
Shame.
more excited now having
Yeah,
played it.
so am I. Yeah.
Because it was the longest wait for us, or for me, anyhow.
Yeah, to be fair, we didn't win that.
I don't know, the next game,
What's the next
Ratchet.
Plants vs Zombies,
Oh,
Modern
wait,
Warfare
Could be
2,
anything, yeah.
was also
Yeah, we
quite a
could-
long way.
We kind of made that up on the spot, to be honest. But yeah. Oh god, that was such a good game.
Plants vs.
That was
Zombies
really nice.
2 was good, yeah.
That was just really nice and tight. It was,
We're on the team before, we fucking own.
Where we
Yeah,
destroyed
yeah,
it. I
yeah,
reckon
right.
we were one of the fastest, if not the fastest that day. At least of what we saw, we were easily the fastest.
oh yeah, easy. We did it in
Um,
7 minutes.
it was
I think we
good,
did like
but
10, 15.
it was nothing new.
It
No,
was Plants vs Zombies
Just
yeah, which is
improved.
good.
with
yeah.
new people,
That's
with
fine.
new characters,
Personally, I'd have rather played the new plants.
and new maps. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
so
new
would I.
plants, I think, seem more different than the new zombies. The new zombies, honestly,
I think
thought were.
There's still
Yeah.
guys going around with guns.
Yeah. Apart from the superhero. The superhero was cool. There's a fucking like plasma blast.
I really like. I actually got the most kills out of all of us. I remember 36. But the zoologist was very good. He's quite OP, but I kind of like him.
He's just a scientist, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just skill and scientists,
Yeah.
yeah.
But you know,
yeah,
I
you've
feel
used them before. Where the rest of us were using new characters, which is why obviously we're getting less kills.
No, it was nice that we got to play it.
the
Yeah, I loved it.
It would have been good if we got a chance to play as both teams because I'd like to have played as the orange and the rose and stuff like
Yeah, the rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rose and citron are awesome. Yeah.
Colonel Corn's pretty cool as well.
Yeah, he is cool. He is cool. They're all pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean that's one of my the Gun Warfare was one of my favourite games from the last couple of years. So the fact that
Yes.
was there, I was like,
Gun
that's
Warfare was awesome.
it was pretty much it was amazing.
All it
Loved
is they took the first one, added a bit more polish,
yeah,
and added some more characters. So you know, I can't complain.
As far as I was
Yeah.
concerned, the first one was once they'd fixed the whole
Party
team
thing, yeah.
party thing.
Oh, the stupid match.
In my eyes, it was pretty much perfect. So as perfect as perfect can be.
And now it's even
Few
better.
niggles, but it's just going to be even better now. So I'm sold.
Yeah, I
Interestingly,
thought it
that's
was good.
another good thing EA have done.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
What's happened? Have EA decided we're just not going to be that
I think they
guys.
have, to be fair.
Yeah, I think they have as well. Good on them. Well done EA.
Plants vs Zombies is getting free updates. They've not really said a word about Battlefront being DLC yet.
They've brought Mirror's Edge for
Mirror's
people who want
Edge,
that
I
kind
wish
of
I could
thing.
play that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
EA,
shame,
EA
yeah.
are not being EA.
Yeah. So another game we all played then was Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
I've
Did we all
never
do?
played
Did
Ratchet.
we all do the same bit? Did we all do
Yeah,
the
we
just
did the
the
same.
Yeah.
yeah Metro City?
I've never played Ratchet before. From what I played, I thought it was really good. I'm a huge fan of the third-person
Yeah.
platformers. And I loved it.
I'm always amazed that you never played Ratchet before because
I slightly am as well. To
Jack
be
and
honest.
Daxter, Sly Cooper, that was my PS2.
No,
Yeah,
Jack
no,
and
in
Daxter,
fairness,
then
I never-
Ratchet, then Sly.
yeah,
that
I
were released.
never played Slide, but
I never played
Ratchet
Jackson.
So
to
there you
me,
go, so everyone's not played
Yeah.
something.
No,
Not
no.
for you.
I'll play
But-
that, yeah.
to me, Ratchet is like that was the PlayStation thing at the time.
That was PS2. for
That
me,
was
yeah.
PS2 straight away, best platformer, the contender to whatever other platforms were around at the time.
Not the. To be honest, it all started dying out. At that
Yeah,
point.
like it was the next Spyro Crash phase.
Yeah, I
Um,
just never played it.
The Ratchet and Clank
We can
three
get on the
was
train now.
awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I did better than you did.
Yeah,
it was very
I
good.
definitely got overcocky with that. So I could fly through this sticker very well.
I liked it. I thought it was good. The guns were cool. The pixelator was cool.
That's just that's
Pixel
the Ratchet and Clank
yeah.
kind of silly humour.
I mean, the pixelated new weapon, and I fell in love with that thing.
Yeah, that was cool. I like that they brought back the groove ball. That's
Ball,
fun.
yeah.
Used to
Well,
call
that
the groove
had,
at all.
that had to come
That
back.
was a funny gun.
The
Yeah.
game is going to have a lot more new weapons. That's going to.
I thought it was really good looking as well.
Yeah,
to be honest,
I just sit there on the train.
It was
just
really nice and
looking around.
smooth.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not generally a fan of like having weapons and shit in a platform like that. I'd rather just smack someone in the face like you did with the wrench or whatever it was.
Yeah, it's a red.
But you know, I'll get used to it. I suppose it looked cool. I like
The
it.
weapons, you'll fall in love with the weapons is
Just because
very
they're
quick.
dumb.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah,
silly,
really cool.
silly gadgets is quite fun. Obviously, you only actually got to use the swing shot and Clank's
Yeah, yeah.
hover helicopter mode, but there are more really stupid ones that,
Yeah,
that are
They're,
good fun.
they're really fun.
Magna boost, they're great.
Oh yeah.
I was when we were playing it. We didn't have to wait too long. Matt played and then I played. But as we were waiting, there was Guitar Hero going on next to us,
Oh
and they
yeah,
were just going fucking mental.
They really were. We were sitting there like
And then-
trying to play Ratchet.
Yeah, and the guy was like, "Hey, what?" Then he got loads of bags, and he was going like, and we were like, "Front," and stuff in the audience. He was.
They were playing a giant fucking amp. to be
Yeah.
fair to them. That was cool.
It was very sedate. That sounds. Our experience was a lot more sedate. We were just kind of politely in a queue, played Ratchet, moved on, no
There's one
biggie.
guy asked
In
for
fairness-
PSVR, wasn't
In
there?
fairness, in my vlog, Q clip. can see.
There won't be a clip, will there, Matt?
There might be.
We'll see how much editing I do. You just see, I take a video of Tom and just move around, and there's people go mental behind, and take it back, and he's just sitting there.
They did look like they were having a good time with Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
Certainly more than the Rock Band lot did.
Yeah. Did you play anything else?
No, that was it for me, unfortunately. So you only play with one more game?
We only
I
played
think
one
so,
more,
yeah.
Then.
So we also played, me and Jared played Homefront Revolution, which was my most disappointing game of the show, to be honest.
I'm disappointed that it's my most disappointing game as well.
It's just...
Not good.
Yeah, they just don't know how to make a video game.
The thing is, it's a different team, right? Yeah. I'd say what it is basically, THQ.
The mission structure was so obscure, and I was like, what am I supposed
Do you know
to
what
go?
was
What am I
weird?
supposed to do?
I read about this afterwards. The NPCs on your team go and complete missions without you being
Yeah,
there.
they were doing it, because everyone was talking over the chatter, like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
Yeah,
what the
so-
fuck is it?
Yeah.
I've gone completely
I
wrong way.
got off doing this objective it told me to do, and they
Yeah.
got off fucking somewhere else.
Yeah, I think it's a... I already think it's better executed than the first one, though.
That's not
the
hard.
open world thing is really
Yeah, that was cool. The bike, there's vehicles in it, which is nice.
But yeah, the whole thing into it's samey, though.
The graphics weren't very good like that.
Yeah, so...
The
I don't know
only
if I'm going to get
Cue
there.
clip.
the only cool mechanic in it really was
Oh, no, that was
you
cool.
could change like bits of your weapon on the fly, like
Yeah,
change your sights
literally
and
in real
barrels.
time. Yeah, that was cool.
You could turn an assault rifle into a grenade launcher and shit like that on the fly, which was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can just run along and add new grips.
But I
and stuff.
do
That
feel
was
that'd
cool.
be a bit gimmicky because what you do is you do what you do in every shooting game. You go, that's the gun I'm going to use for the rest of this game and finish it with that.
Yeah, but-
Just remember, as we watched you play it for a bit, were your motorbikes and
Yeah.
Yeah.
was that hard to control?
Well, I thought it was all right. It
I
was
thought it
just,
was a bit overly
it
sensitive.
was a bit woolen.
And was the map like very big if you needed bikes to get around? Or?
Well, I mean, we don't.
It gets
we
bigger.
played a bit. We
Like
played
you
a bit,
unlock
but-
areas, you open up areas.
So is it open
I
world?
reached the
Yeah.
part of the
Alright.
world where it started telling me get back in or you're going to fucking die. Because I was out the demo zone apparently.
Is that right?
Damn.
I don't know. I didn't.
That was a letdown.
I wasn't. Yeah. That I probably won't buy that.
No,
game, I
I'm
don't
not.
think.
To be honest, neither will I. Which is a shame. 'Cause I really liked the first one, and I wanted this one to do well.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Deep Silver have bolted up on that one.
Well, I think that was pretty much it for our EGX, at least in terms of what we played. I think we're all looking forward to the Battlefront beta coming out on the next Thursday, a week's
Yes.
time from the moment of recording.
2 days after you see this,
That's going to be so good.
it's going to be great.
Yeah, it better be good anyway.
They better not have massive amounts of server problems.
They will do.
I don't know.
They will do, at least to start with.
There might be a
The
lot.
first
You're
day
just not going to get on for the entire time.
The first day will be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're just sitting there, fucking come on, and then one of us will get in, but the rest can't, or something
Yeah,
like that.
that is the biggest game of the year.
Battlefront.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I
Definitely
bet. Unfortunately, it won't be the biggest in terms of sales, but I think it's probably one of the most important games of the year.
I reckon it'll break 10 mil.
It'll destroy 10 mil.
Yeah.
It's going to be on both consoles, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll beat 10 mil on PlayStation, I reckon.
I'll just take some footage going by.
PlayStation's on, 26 now? I reckon it'll beat 10 mil on that.
Maybe. Well, you don't think it'll be the biggest seller then if it breaks 10 mil on PlayStation?
I'm not convinced it will. No, I'm not convinced it'll be the biggest seller. It'll be
We'll see.
massive.
Call of Duty's running out of Steam, man. It's running out of Steam.
True.
We'll see though. It probably won't be. But that's it for this week's video, guys. Make sure to subscribe and like the video as always. Check out the other stuff we've got on the channel. But from 8BritGaming, that's all for now. Goodbye.